Hello, everyone. Namaste. It is I, Jean Louisa, here today to speak on behalf of God. God is waiting. God is waiting. You see it written all the time. If you draw closer to God and God draws closer to you, this is very true. God waits for you, like for you to turn and say, God, I need you. Are you still there? And whenever we say, oh, God, help me, I need you, are you still there? Are you still paying attention to God? Are you still there for me? And God says, yeah, oh yeah, I'm still here. I'm here. And you say, God, are you still playing this game with me? And God says, oh yeah, I'm here. And then we say, oh, cool. Well, all right then, I'll be with you in a minute. Hang on, Lord, I'll be right there. And God says, are we ready? I'm here. I'm waiting. You're gonna jump into this game all the way or not? And we say, yeah, I'm in it all the way, but just like, hang on, Lord, because I just like, I got this other thing I'm doing over here. Like, hang on, I'll be right there. And we get all distracted. We get off into our things that we do. Maybe it's like it's almost like you're walking along and you trip and you fall into a river and you get carried way downstream or something, and you crawl out of the river and you say, oh, it's pretty cool here, and you start setting up camp and you're doing something, but you forget like the initial destination. It's like as if remember Lucy and Charlie Brown? Okay. And remember Lucy, she's always like, hey, Chuck, you want to play this game with me? And she holds the ball, and Chuck's like, yeah, Charlie Brown. He's like, I'll play. And every time he comes running for the ball, she's like, yanks it, and he trips and falls every time. But still, every time he wants, when Lucy calls, Charlie comes running, you see? Because the game is always on for Charlie, And Lucy, she just wants to make sure that Charlie's still playing that game, Hey, Jack, you still playing the game, He knows what's going to happen, maybe, but that's the game that they're playing, you see. It's like that with God, God knows that, you're saying, okay, God, I'm ready. I'm holding that football for you. Here you go, God. Work magic in my life. And then when God said, okay, I'm coming, I'm going to chuck that, and I'm going to kick that field goal, I'm going to kick it right over the field goal. I'm going to get you those points, And it's not even like Lucy, almost like we pick up the ball and say, ha ha, God. Sometimes. A lot of times it's more like we drop the ball and we get distracted and we go off and like, oh, la 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 la, over here or over there, I don't know. Lord help me with the analogies. I don't know. But God is waiting, wants to work that magic in our lives. It's just up to us to truly believe that God is there waiting to work that magic in our lives. Life can be okay. It can be comfortable and fine and even, it's not awful. It's wonderful, I guess, Or it can be magical. Oh my God, and sparkling and so much fun and such a fulfillment. You see, we get so afraid of the lows that when things are complacent and things are all right, we kind of like, well, maybe this is okay then. We get comfortable in the what we're doing now, and when God says, yes, but I have a higher plan for you. We're meant for heavenly existences. We're meant for that. And we say, like, sure, God. Like, I know, like, technically, I know, but there's that but. And so all God can do is just wait. It's like, that magic lamp that we don't ever rub, or, like you rub the lamp and the magic genie comes out and says, what do you want? And you say, hold that thought. Really, just hold that thought, okay? And that's what your wish is. Your wish is for that magic genie to just hold that thought, Wait a minute, I'll tell you in a minute what it is I need. I need more time. And what does God say? Every time He says, your wish is my command, I'll be right, I'll be back, I'm over here, I'll be right over here when you need me. You just turn to me and I'll always be here. And that's what God says. When you turn to me, I will always be here. It takes us to turn to God. Okay, it takes us to believe that we are divine creatures and life is meant to be heavenly, It's not meant to be, And if we stop at, it's okay, but and never reach for the fulfillment, never really want to, never take that leap of faith, It says, of course life was meant to be heavenly. Of course true love exists, right? I mean, if true love didn't exist, would we still pursue in seeking it? If we didn't know it existed, right? Why would you look for something that you didn't know existed, right? So we seek true love because we know it exists. Okay? We seek a heavenly existence because we know it's possible. So just, God is having me say the words, don't doubt. And God doesn't like to use the word don't at all, even when it comes to doubting. But just chase doubt away with, of course, okay? Of course life is meant to be, heavenly, fulfilling, Of course, your talents are meant to be expressed. They're God-given talents, okay? If you have a talent for, cooking, of course you're supposed to cook. If you have a talent for drawing, well, of course you're supposed to draw. If you have a talent for singing, well, you're supposed to sing. If you have a talent for fixing cars, well, then that's what you're supposed to do. If you do something and you know it's a talent because while you're doing it, it makes you feel happy inside. It comes out of you naturally, and you can't help but do this, Those are your God-given talents. Use your God-given barometers inside when you're choosing where to put your life's energy, your path, okay? Where am I going to put my energy? Is this the right, even if this is the path you're on, if when you look down that path and you feel the fulfillment and the energy is less than heavenly, okay, even if it's comfortable, if it's less than heavenly, think on the path that when you think on that path, it's like, oh my God, that feels so wonderful. Yes, this is what I'm meant to do. This is where I'm meant to be. This is who I'm meant to be with. Those things that fulfill you. And even if you can't even figure out how the heck you're going to get from here to there, those are not the things you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about the how you're going to get from here to there. You just have to be in the feeling of that you're there. Okay? This is what heaven feels like. This is what God says to me. Gina, what do you need for life to be heavenly? Because life is meant to be heavenly. Life is meant to be heavenly. Okay? Just... You got to tell the genie what you need, okay? And it's not like you get 3 wishes. You get infinite wishes, okay? Infinite wishes. You just have to keep your focus on that which makes you feel fulfilled, that which makes you feel happy. And don't doubt that you deserve these things. You deserve these things because you're alive now. This is what God wants for you. We are alive now to have these things. For God. You see what I'm saying? If you stay in sadness, you're not doing God any good. You're not doing the collective consciousness any good. So therefore, God, you're not doing God good. Okay? You have to consciously put yourself in the consciousness of, yes, I can. And you see the fulfillment sitting there. It's like the water is right there. You see the glass of water right there. And you know you're thirsty. You admit you're thirsty. It's hot. You've been working hard. The water is right there. And you can see that it's fresh and clean from where you are. You know it's right there. And you go right up to the water, and you're still afraid to sip that water. Don't be afraid to sip that water. That's what God's telling me. The water is there for you to sip. That's why the water is there. That's why it's created. It's why you have a thirst. So you seek the water, so you drink the water, so the fulfillment is there. Life is like that, okay? You have an yearning, an urgent yearning inside. We are born with this urgency, this yearning that puts our little feet on that path toward God. You know, we want things heavenly. We want things happy. We want to feel loved and fulfilled. Okay, so believe that these are the reality things of life. The reality things of life are true love. Okay, if you're not feeling it, then you're in a falseness. You're not in the truth, okay? You might be stuck in a falseness, even though it's comfortable in that falseness. It's not your absolute true fulfillment. So trust in your true fulfillment, okay? Say, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm good enough. I'm exactly what I need to be, okay? Don't doubt, say, well, maybe I don't have quite this or that, or maybe I'm lacking in this, because you're not lacking in anything. Trust me, you lack nothing, okay? You are everything, okay? So, God is waiting. God is waiting, okay? Come play the game. The game of life. And it's not a game. I say a game. In some ways, you say it's a game because it's like playing, but playing an instrument is a game. It's a game of life, okay? Playing with children. It's not a game. It's these things. Play, the playing a game, the playing in a band, the playing with children, playing that which brings your heart happiness. It's like when you play, you aim at the highest possible. I'm gonna pretend like I am the greatest magician in the world, and poof, this. You're never pretending that you're something awful. You're always pretending that it's the best. So do that. Play in your heart, in your mind. Play it. Play it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That life is heavenly, and exactly, and you can see it. It's right there. The fulfillment is like right there. Okay? Reach for the fulfillment. God wants you to know that fulfillment waits for you. I love you. Namaste.